walked 5 meters to walk back
Yeah.
again. At no point were you out of range of a microphone.
Yeah, I don't actually have wireless headset, but I probably was still in range of the microphone because it is actually quite sensitive. It's like one of those actual proper
It
microphones.
took me a very long time to get away from a wired mouse.
Yeah,
I still
well,
use a wired keyboard, and I
I
still
just
have wired microphone and
I
headset.
just
Because
don't
Bluetooth just annoys the
trust.
piss out of me.
Yeah, I just don't
It,
trust
it
the wireless stuff.
Bluetooth just doesn't have the bandwidth.
No,
You know, like you
even
literally need to have two Bluetooth
yeah,
receivers in order to handle two Bluetooth sound devices. It's fucking retarded. And every set of headphones you get that are wireless Bluetooth headphones have shit sound quality when it comes to playing games and having a mic. Because you just can't get that stereo quality sound and a microphone channel. It's one or the other.
yeah,
Fucked.
yeah. Well, I've just got it. The actual um streaming mic from Razer and the headset,
Fuck
keyboard,
that.
mouse
I got
button, and a
came up.
fucking mat.
Dude, Anko microphones. Pretty fucking good.
Are they? Oh, I've never
Yeah.
heard of them. I just went with like the brand I knew. Like I used to use the Turtle Beach headsets, but I kind of went away from them because
Like, you want to hear something really funny?
they
I'm
kept
talking on a
breaking.
$35 Anko mic at the moment,
Wow.
right? And if I was smart enough, I would have spent the extra $5
Yeah.
and gotten the desk mic boom attachment as
Yeah.
well. Instead, I've got this shitty little stand.
If you got
Not that it
Facebook-
matters. Like, I got plenty of desk space. It
Yeah.
just sits like a meter
Yeah.
away from me.
yeah,
But like
if
you can
got-
still hear me clearly, hey.
yeah, yeah,
And the mic's
If-
like almost arm's length away from me
yeah,
on the desk, so out of my way.
yeah. Like,
Which
if
is
you
useful.
Got Facebook. Watch that thing I sent you. That's what we did last
Need to go
night.
to Facebook. Tell you to go to Facebook.
Oh well, that's where that link sends you to anyway. I could probably give you the video on YouTube. Yeah. You should be up that one anyway.
I'm just trying to figure out what weapon I should level next.
Yeah. Oh,
Like,
I've just
everything's fucking leveled except for launchers,
okay.
one battle rifle, and a marksman's
me?
rifle.
I've leveled the assault rifles, the subs, most of the marksmans, I think, and most of the battle rifles. Hardly even touched the sniper rifles and the shotguns and the rocket launchers. Yeah, almost. Yeah, I've got one gun left in the battle rifles. That's the Crone.
I'm gonna come in with a right shield on my back and dual Kodochis.
And I've maxed out the light machine
Kodachis?
guns.
2 swords
Yeah.
and a shield.
And marksman, I have a few marksmen to do. And sniper rifles, just about nearly all of them I have to actually level up. Handguns,
Battle blast ring.
almost got them all done apart from a few. And launchers, barely even touched them. Melee, barely touched them too.
Yeah, launchers aren't very fun to level. What's this motherfucker doing?
God, did I turn the stove off in that last round?
I don't know, did you turn the stove off?
Yeah, I think I did.
Didn't leave the stove, and that's dangerous.
Yeah, that's true. Although
Very dangerous.
in where we were just before, it probably wouldn't matter, would it? Yeah, everything's gonna happen. We'll probably burn down an enemy base.
Oh, how was Bali?
It was
Cold
great.
or hot? Was it summer or winter
It
out
was
there?
hot. It's summer. Well,
Okay.
no, I don't think it's like hot summer, but it's
Yeah,
still
they're
hotter
in
than-
northern hemisphere, yeah?
yeah. What's that? Yeah,
Bali's northern
so-
hemisphere, yeah?
yeah. It's about 6 hour flight from where I am in Australia, and then if you go to
You're down south,
Um,
though, aren't you?
what's that?
You're down south, though, aren't you?
Victoria, yeah,
So you flew out of Melbourne. 6 hour flight from
Yeah.
Melbourne to Bali.
yeah. It's about
Fuck,
it's
that's short.
it's like a 1 hour or 2 hour flight from Darwin.
I would have thought it was longer for some
No,
reason.
yeah,
But
me too.
I suppose
It's actually
direct
closer.
line across the country
Yeah,
from fucking Melbourne to Darwin's probably not actually that long of a flight either.
that'd be about probably 4 hour, I reckon, because
No, because
Um,
yeah, I was thinking more like because Rocky to Melbourne, for example, it's a 1 hour flight or a 40-minute flight or a 55
yeah.
minute flight. Depends which way you're going. That's where you get the tailwind or the headwind. But
Oh yeah.
it's it's roughly an hour from Rocky to Brisbane, an hour from Brisbane to Sydney, and
Yeah.
Sydney to Melbourne is a 2 hour flight. So 4 hours just to cover that distance.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah.
so that's why when I'm like 6 hours from Melbourne's sort of weird. It's like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's like half the distance from Rocky to Melbourne again. That's not that far away.
Wow. Nah. Not
But
at all.
but you think about it, if they're doing a 6 hour flight, instead of all that climbing and dropping, it's a lot more cruising at altitude.
Yeah.
So a lot more high pace.
Yeah. Because
A lot
I
more
don't think
high-speed
we have
flying.
that many mountains, do we? In our
No,
centre.
like just cruising altitude in
Yeah.
Australia is no issue.
Nah. It's not like I don't know, like Nepal
They
or
don't have to
something
fly
like
over
that.
the Alps or anything. Like there's the Great Dividing Range, of course, but that's
Yeah.
that's not like fucking Mount Everest.
Nah.
It's not 30 kilometers up or
Nah.
whatever the fuck Mount Everest is. No, it's 35,000 feet, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not kilometers, not meters.
Yeah, but I am thinking of setting up a podcast just to talk about gaming and stuff like that, and I was thinking having like everyone we know involved in it, maybe, or something like that. Just a few episodes, because it
Yeah,
kind
could be interesting.
of sucks, I'm not very good at just like doing the whole talking to yourself crap.
You're not talking to yourself. That's what you got to remember.
Yes, that's true, but it feels like I am. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, it'll probably be like with like co-hosts here and there, or mostly,
I mean, how would you even talk about aiming? Like with
That-
joysticks and stuff?
What's that?
Like aiming with joysticks and stuff?
Any kind of games, like it could be like Call of Duty, Command and Conquer, like anything.
Because you don't really do aiming in StarCraft.
Nah.
Unless you count like clicking the mouse on.
Yeah,
units.
but then also be actually talking about what happened and the games that you played and all that, and maybe the story behind the things and shit like that. I don't know. Haven't really thought too much into it yet.
There's always an opportunity.
And then I was thinking maybe as it went on, then we could probably branch into other topics like maybe movies, music, TV shows, and all that crap. Just I don't know, just see how
Just
it goes. I
start
reckon.
off with the one thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Get it going.
Yeah,
Don't worry about number two. But don't worry about number twos too much, or you'll do a number two
yeah.
in your pants.
Yeah. Jeez. Well, that reminds me. What I'm gonna do is, although we had a lot of trouble, didn't we, when I tried to change my insurance flip, didn't we? So what I'm gonna do is just change it back anyway and not give two fucks and just see what happens from there.
How can you not give two fucks and see what happens? If you're not
I
giving
don't
two fucks, then you won't be observing what happens.
That's true. You just done a Master Yoda on me, didn't you?
No. I am not that small and wrinkly or green.
Or creepy.
Yoda's not creepy, he's a dog.
Yeah, I know, it's not.
It would only be creepy if everywhere he walked he had a little Grogu baby child with him
Oh, yeah.
that he was holding. They'd be like, why is this old man carrying a child?
Well,
everywhere?
actually, in
That would be
Mandalorian,
creepy.
there is a baby, like, there is one of his races there.
No.
Yeah, well, the thing that the Mandalorian's actually protecting is actually basically a little one of his races.
The little one of his kind.
Yeah, like a young
Not
one.
races.
Yeah, or species, or whatever you want to call them. And what? It's 30 years old and it's still a baby. basically.
No, it's like 50 years old.
50 years
or
old, that's
something.
right. Yeah.
It's an old cunt by human terms, but he's still a baby in their time.
Yeah, yeah.
But maybe
Yeah.
they're a species that's like the Sith. They can only be one
Yeah.
or two of them at a time.
Oh, yeah.
And
True.
Yoda had to die for a Grogu to be born.
But
or something.
originally, if you actually play the games that are based 4th and
No, don't tell me stuff. I don't want to know things and stuff. I want to be ignorant. Let me be ignorant, damn it.
They actually brought that rule in that they can only be 2 Sith.
Like,
Jedi
you're
practically
building.
almost wiped me out, basically.
Well, to be fair, it's not hard to wipe out a small race of green beings.
True. But yeah, and anyway, Palpatine's
You know,
Human
speaking
beings
of experience.
it's actually a it is full of the ideals of that race.
Live in mud huts in swamps.
What's that?
Live in mud huts with swamps and have no electricity.
Probably.
That's what Yoda was doing.
Yeah, that's true. So
He
you're
did have
basically a
lightsabers,
hippie.
so he didn't understand technology quite well because he
No.
understood kyber crystals and everything, but
Yeah.
chose not to have electricity.
Yeah,
Chose not to have running water and a flushing toilet
yeah.
and a running shower.
So he just wanted to be a loser.
So he was a dirty little hermit.
Yeah, creepy, dirty little hermit. In the end.
So Luke went to see a dirty little old hermit for advice on how to be what? A dirty little old hermit?
Yeah. And then
Bloody goodness.
he found out somebody he was in love with turned out to be his sister.
Yeah. Which is weird because for Americans, like, that wouldn't stop them from making love.
That's in the
Like, you
South.
look on the internet,
That's
incest
in
porn
the
is one of
South.
the biggest fucking what
That'd be
demographics?
in
No,
the
not
South.
demographics. Categories. If you go to any sort of internet place where people can
Yeah.
upload their own fucking
It's stepsister. or mum.
own stories, you know, like
Yeah.
what are they called?
But it's usually
Like the
stepsister or
e-reader
stepmom.
apps and shit. Any of the e-reader apps that includes
Yeah.
a section for adult content. The largest category in any adult content section will be the fucking incest porn.
Oh yeah, but it's usually stepsister or stepmom.
No, that's that they put that sort of shit on websites to make it legal, and that's pretty much just Pornhub. But
Yeah.
when it comes to
Oh,
novels,
shit. What am I
when
doing?
it comes to writing stories, people can say whatever the fuck they want.
Fuck, what have I done? Did I just...
That's pretty much how they all end with. I think, you know,
Yeah,
they,
did I just
they
pull us
write
all
their
out of,
incest story, and then at the end of it, they're like, "Fuck, what have I done?"
I think I actually pulled us all out of DMZ. Yeah, he's going to have to put us back into DMZ after this when he gets back.
Well, we're still waiting for Carl to get back yet.
Yeah, when he gets back, he's going to chuck us back into DMZ.
Just waiting for him to show the fuck out. And I'm coming in full Malay. No weapons to speak of.
Oh, wow. I do that
Well,
sometimes.
that's not true. I'm gonna right shield no swords.
Yeah. I
But
do
you
that
know,
for
it'd be
shits
interesting.
and giggles sometimes.
I'll go hack some bots' faces off, like, "Ah, ah, ah,"
Yeah.
and the bots will be like, "Ah, ah, ah."
So you're just going to go like Master Yoda and Revenge of the Sith, or was it Attack of the Clones? Attack of the
No,
Clones.
because
that's
they
right.
use lightsabers. I'm using katanas.
Yeah.
I'm using short swords.
Okay.
Not even full-length katanas.
Yeah. I
Come
suppose
on,
quite until
Kyle.
21 days.
What? I'll fight you. On the plains and in the air. But not on the sea. I don't like the water. It's cold.
Oh, so I just found out your weakness then. The water.
No, I'll just wait for you to come to the beach. And I'll fight you on the beach. You can stay in the water and I'll stay on the land. And we'll fight there.
And I could
The
wait
land
you
and
out.
the water meet.
I could wait you out.
No, because you're out in the water. I don't need anything out in the water. I'm on the land where the beef is. You can
Yeah,
stay out
what
there
if,
with the fucking...
Yeah, what if I'm on a
Fish.
ship?
You can have all the salmon you want.
Yum. Salmon.
Ah, now I know your weakness. I'll block the rivers. I'll block the rivers and stop the salmon from spawning, and then you'll have to work with me.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'll find something else to eat.
No, you won't. You want salmon.
Nah. There's plenty of other things I can eat out there.
And there's plenty of whales and dugongs and other things people love.
Yeah.
You don't have cows, though.
Ah.
So, yeah, no steak for you.
Damn.
No lamb, no steak, no
Yeah.
bacon. The only good thing
Damn,
you've got
you
is
got me.
prawns and crabs.
Oh, that's alright. They're
That's
quite nice too.
But I mean, but what is seafood without bacon? I mean, really?
Oh, you don't have to have bacon with seafood.
Oh, don't get me wrong, you don't have to, but bacon for some reason just goes really good with seafood.
True. It does.
It does.
Surprised. I'm so surprised it does.
Well, you think it wouldn't because it's salty as well. Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. It goes well with ocean seafood, which is the one you wouldn't expect. Like you'd expect it to go
Yeah.
with river seafood because river fish is freshwater fish. Like there's no saltiness to it, so you can use the saltiness from the bacon. Whereas like reef fish, for example, you wouldn't want to eat reef fish with bacon because
Okay.
there's the amount of saltiness in both the meats.
Oh. No, I actually hate salt, to be honest.
Salt is good and bad. Like for example, next time you get pizza from like Pizza Hut or Domino's, give it a good sprinkling of salt. It will taste like
Pizza.
1,000 times fucking better. I shit you not. But it's not good for you.
Of
So,
course
like-
not.
By all means, do it, but be wary of it and drink a good amount of water afterwards to
Yeah.
compensate. But yeah, it is the amount of flavor that gets drawn out by the salt on just a fucking Domino's meat lovers, for example. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And it's something you don't think about because, like, most takeaway food isn't exactly seasoned
But-
for people who have strong tastes.
But if you think about it, salt is actually a preservative too. So of course
Hmm.
they would use it.
Look at
Because
those.
they use a lot of preservatives fast food restaurants.
No, they don't.
I thought they did.
Not in Australia.
Oh, okay.
Remember, we have very high food standards in this country.
Oh yes, true, yeah, that's right.
No, like Macca's in Australia versus Macca's Macca's in America. Pretty much two
Yeah.
different companies. Sure, the same
Yeah.
brands and everything, but like think about our quality of beef versus their quality of beef.
Yeah.
You really think the Americans are getting the same quality of beef on their
No.
on their double quarter pounders as what we do?
Nah.
Fuck no.
Definitely not.
And their chicken nuggets are made with pink paste over there, whereas ours are made with
Uh-huh.
chicken.
I said instead of not even eating real chicken when they're having the chicken nuggets.
Dude, when I lived in Tamworth, there's a factory seconds shop for the Steggles factory in Tamworth. And like Tamworth might be famous for the country music festival, but it really should be famous for chicken production because holy fuck.
Yep.
Like the majority of the chicken in this country comes from Tamworth. Or gets processed in Tamworth. It's insane. Anyway, Steggles factory supplies McDonald's with their nuggets. And being that they had a factory second shop, as I'm sure you can imagine, that gives access to factory seconds McDonald's chicken nuggets
Wow.
at factory seconds direct manufacturer outlet prices. So I'm talking like bag of 40 nugs for $4.
Wow.
You just have to deep fry them yourself.
Yeah. Wow.
It was fucking
Oh.
great.
Yeah, well, I don't mind chicken nuggets, but I don't actually deep fry them. Just chuck them in the air fryer.
Oh, well, see,
Yeah,
these are McDonald's ones.
Yeah,
So
so,
they-
they have to
they're-
be.
Well, technically they don't because the way they make those sort of foods is they partially cook them and then freeze them. When they partially cook them, they impregnate the coating with oil. So technically you don't have to, but yeah, obviously if you want to get them to taste like they do from Mac, you have to. But I use rice bran oil for frying. It's a really thin oil.
Yeah.
So it drains away really well.
Not you, just household.
And it also adds a very similar flavor to what Macca's oil does. So your nuggets end up tasting just like Macca's.
Cool.
It's fantastic. It's one of the few things I miss from Tamworth is all the different food there.
Yeah. You're making me
Come on,
hungry.
Kyle. Motherfuckers take forever.
Yeah. You know what? You're making me hungry.
His kid is going to be 18 by the time he gets back.
Oh, man, that reminded me. That actually reminded me of the Have you ever watched the show Afterlife?
No.
No, it's got that British guy. I forgot what his name
Yeah,
is. So
I know of the show, but I've never watched it.
yeah, there was this one where he went to interview this guy. He's like a 50-year-old married, so he said he identified as an 8-year-old schoolgirl.
Fair enough.
All that, and the wife saying, "Wake up to yourself," all that. And then it's like he walked out, and the daughter goes to the main character. Goes, yeah, you're gonna put this in the paper and all that. And he goes to her and goes, "Look, in a few years, you're gonna laugh about this, like when your dad's 12." Yeah,
Hilarious.
yeah.
Come on, come. Lucky I didn't have any fucking XP tokens going.
Hang on. If we actually we're recording this, I could actually cut this out and have this as a podcast, just shit talk. How you reckon? Like how long
Hey?
has it been going? I could just cut out this whole segment we've been waiting for, Psycho to get back, and had this as the whole, just have this as like a podcast thing. Couldn't I?
First console.
Don't you reckon?
Yeah. I'd say we're gonna
Just
see
like-
the
And just like
Just
call
call
it
it
talking
Discord.
shit while we wait for a game. You know?
I'll be back in a sec.
Yeah. Fine, actually, to be honest.